Dallas police are investigating a deadly shooting that happened near Fair Park last night. A witness calls it a possible case of road rage. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. 3 people were shot. 1 of them died at the scene. Fox 4 Stephen Dial live with the latest developments in this investigation. Stephen.
It's still little we know about this, but that 4th victim, the person who was not shot, told investigators that this was a case of road rage. And at this point, Dallas police still have not given a description of the suspect or the suspect's vehicle. The 4500 block of South Fitzhugh in South Dallas was a crime scene Thursday night. Dallas police say 3 men were shot. 1 died from his injuries. A 4th victim said the shooting stemmed from road rage.
They're basically tracing back the steps of what led into that particular incident. Where did the car come from? What cameras could have possibly caught the individual suspect, along with the license plate and the color of the vehicle.
I spoke to law enforcement expert Dr. Alex Del Carmen about what he calls an increase in more violent forms of road rage incidents.
Before, it would be the car being utilized as a weapon, almost, and trying to interfere with somebody's way of going, or perhaps, trying to bully the other driver. Now they're resorting to guns. They're resorting to other methods that are perhaps even more lethal.
Details from investigators about the shooting are still very limited.
Do you think there's a reason why we weren't given a description yet, or you think maybe the witness just was not able to give a description?
So I would say that in all likelihood, they may not have a reliable description of the vehicle or individual involved in this case just yet. And I think that that's probably why they are resisting the temptation of getting something out, because the last thing that you want to do is give the wrong information to the public, and then that is in itself is going to distract the investigation.
So right now, we still don't know the name of the person who did die in this incident. We also don't know the ages of any of the people who were shot. Still an ongoing investigation. Back to you.
Stephen Dial live at the Dallas Police Department. Stephen, thank you.